Hey everyone, it's me, Cecile from Bali Safe Rider. Today we have a special guest, a content creator. It's the one and only Damien Hu.
Yes, hello.
With his girlfriend, fiance, Ziggy.
There is a ring there.
Yeah.
Don't touch her. She's mine.
Damien, thank you so much for your time coming to Bali Safe Rider. You as well, Ziggy.
It's a pleasure.
By the way, we just had our scooter lesson for both of you.
Wow.
What do you think? How do you feel about the scooter lesson?
Well, I mean, for me, honestly, I do have an Australian scooter license. I do have my Indonesian license, but I still learned a few things. I definitely learned a few things about signs and what to do at certain intersections and just more the Bali, Indonesia way of riding the scooter, which is very different to the way I've learned in Australia, that's for sure.
Okay, what about you, Ziggy?
I learned a lot today, and I feel like I've become more comfortable because I have driving license, but I cannot drive.
Really?
Don't say that, Ziggle.
Everybody does.
Ziggle.
That is so great to hear that. But have you ever thought that there will be a scooter lesson in Bali, particularly?
I've never seen anything like this before. I've seen a few videos online of a few people just randomly learning in a car park, but I haven't seen a school, so to speak, like a center of learning, so to speak, like Bali Safe Rider. I mean, you have the theory part that we watched, you have leveled instruction starting in car parks to small roads to main roads, and I mean, this is almost as good as this is probably just as effective as my learner course that I did in Australia for learning to ride a bike. So I mean, this is very comprehensive in a way for learner scooter riders.
Yeah. Do you find any differences from a person who, there will be a lot of people who learn to ride from their friends to friends, or maybe family or relatives, and with school, is there any difference that you feel like there will be a different results?
Yeah, absolutely. If you're a local and you're learning off your friends or your father or your mother, you pick up some good habits, but I think you also pick up some bad habits as well. If you don't learn correctly, if you just pick up off habit of someone else, you're going to pick up their bad habits.
Yeah.
And that's for a Westerner or a foreigner coming into the country as well, who just learns off their friend or their boyfriend or their girlfriend, and suddenly they think they can ride, and the next minute they're crashing, they're falling, they're doing things because the dominant response is not ready in them to do the right thing. They just think they know enough. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
That's the problem with many people who don't learn properly.
Recently, Bule's been highlighted by the way they're riding in Bali. There was a scooter banning announcement that Coaster made about it.
Yeah.
But in our perspective, that it's not all Bule's fault. Like we said earlier, that they may see some locals do things like passing through the red lights, go on the sidewalks to escaping the traffic. Do you think that local people actually need a proper lessons too, or?
Oh, definitely. I mean, local people need to learn correctly as well. Most people abide by the laws and do the right thing, but there's always a percentage of local people who break the laws and do the wrong things as well. Do I want to say that Bule's learn from that? Well, honestly, when I see things more done by locals, going through red lights, jumping up on footpaths, sometimes not wearing a helmet, I'm thinking, okay, well, if they can get away with it, maybe I could as well. So I firmly believe that there's a happy medium that we can get where Bule's can learn correctly when they come here. Foreigners can also learn, but also, like, instead of having to do let's say their international driver's license test back home in Australia or United States or whatever, they come to a center like this and they do a 2-hour course and they get certified as, hey, I've done a course that readies me for Bali, and that should prepare and justify the use of renting a motorbike here and using it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. What about you, Ziggy? You're local.
I think it's not just Bule's fault. Like, I think people should really learn how to drive.
Yeah, okay. Can you please say something to all the people who is watching this video right now, who is planning to go to Bali and planning to get a scooter for their vehicles to take them anywhere in Bali?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's been said on social media a lot. Bali is not the place you come to learn to ride a bike by yourself on the streets. That is a recipe for disaster. And all the friends I've known have all got stories of like, I've crashed, I've got cuts, I've got this, I've got that. Worse, there's death. You know what I mean? All it takes is a couple of hours for you to do a course like this. It'll ready you, it prepares you, and it gives you more confidence to be able to handle the wild, wacky traffic that is Bali, you know. And that is the problem, because too many foreigners come here thinking, yeah, I can ride a bicycle, I can ride a bike, a motorbike, you know. It's a different skill set altogether, and it's worth investing some time.
I do really agree that knowing if you want to go to Bali and you thinking that riding a bicycle and a motorbike is the same, it's totally a disaster recipe. You'll be end up dead. You know? Okay, thank you so much for today.
Thank you, guys.
And thank you for watching. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.